to have a winner and a deserving winner, and the stuff that you guys did, it's just a beautiful sight to see. I'm trying not to cry. I'm gonna keep it together.
You're gonna make me emotional. I don't.
I appreciate you guys
so
much of what you guys did. Just kudos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Forever.
Yes, absolutely. We cook meals all the time. Everybody's honorary members of the cookout. Everybody can come get a plate.
Oh no, I'm in freaking rush. That's why I'm saying I'm not worthy. Okay,
yes, you are. You are. Here we are, Azah. Welcome to the Big Brother family. Look at that. It's Danielle Reyes, Rachel Reilly.
I know.
You're in some pretty great company, I'd have to say.
Oh no, I'm in freaking rush. That's why I'm saying I'm not worthy. Okay,
yes, you are. You are.
Oh my gosh, such an honor to meet you guys. I can't believe it. Wow.
Oh, you're so beautiful.
Really,
I'm so happy
truly.
to see your face.
Azah, so many of the house guests, as they left and they talked to us, they brought up your name. They talked about how you connected with people on a personal level, that you took interest in their families and their lives, and it meant so much to them. You made an impact on your house guests.
Oh, thank you. I'm really happy about that. I had to really do a lot of evolving in my gameplay. With week one and Frenchie's, fallout, the Jokers were a very weak team, and we're kind of, a little bit targets in the house. And we weren't in the slaughterhouse. We weren't invited to be part of the Royal Flush. And I knew I had to really focus on building genuine relationships if I wanted to get far in the game. And that's what I did. I was trying my best in these competitions, but I wasn't winning in that. So I made sure outside the cookout to really foster those genuine relationships, specifically in the Kings with SB, with Claire in the Queens, and with the Aces with DX. Luckily, those people end up being HOH, never had me on the block, and ended up not being nominated till Final Four. So it worked.
Hey, you did really well. You did really well.
I appreciate that. I had times myself doubts in my own gameplay, but I did my best. I put my absolute heart and soul into it, and at the end of the day, I'm proud of my performance in this game.
You did amazing, and I really loved your relationship that you had with Tiffany. I always felt like the two of you really seemed like you were just truly having a good time in there. Like it was not a game thing. It was always just felt like you were friends, and it was always really fun to watch. So is she going to be your best friend forever? Are you really excited to be out of the game and kind of go back to the house guests?
I am. Of course, a lot of the house guests have made an impact on me, but I just love Tiffany. I know we had our ups and downs. I know that, even the people whom I ended up working in the end, had some tiffs and things like that. But I would just always say, man, I just love Tiffany. I just love her. She was the first one out at 6. I said this to the guys. I'll say this to you all. If she sat next to anyone at the end of the game, homegirl would have definitely won. And the only way that they can make sure that couldn't happen was making sure she was the first to leave. So I will always give respect to her and the incredible things that she did for the cookout, and her always being willing to F shit up.
Hey, right. Let me ask you this, Azah. Do you, when you guys think about the cookout, would you honestly say you will deem Tiffany as the leader of the cookout?
That's what I was going to ask. Who started it?
So I have my opinion on whom started it, and I guess I guess I'm wrong in the opinion, and I only know because of who approached me. So Big D approached me and brought me to X, and then X came up with the name. That's why I thought they made it. They started it. But when we had the conversations amongst everyone, everyone did feel coming in that, they at least I felt coming in, I want an African-American winner of Big Brother. But I want that person to be me. I'm not going to credit myself. Yeah, I'm not going to credit myself for establishing and creating that, because when I came in and saw all these other people, and I saw this immediate agreement that we all had, I will never take credit for that. I would not be surprised if Tiffany is the person who started it, because she's the person who came up with our master plan. I only answer that question based off of who came to me. So
do you feel that even when it was established, did you felt like you guys went to her more for leadership than anything? Because any big alliance is always the the person that kind of runs things. So my question is not so much who started, but who do you felt like was the captain of that?
I think she was definitely extremely influential. I think she was extremely influential. I think if we're going to be, I feel like people have all sorts of different parts that they brought to the table, but from her master plan, and the guys didn't like me saying this, but Tiffany had the house wrapped around her finger. She honestly did. She also was someone like me up until 6, never hit the block as well. And she was still someone who was a threat, who was winning competitions, not like me, who was non-threatening, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I say non-threatening, I mean not winning competitions. She was incredibly influential, and she knew the game very, very well. I had put the leader as Xavier just because I thought him and Big D they're the people who approached me about things. But for me, I always had love for Tiffany. And I mean, I knew her sitting next to anybody, no matter who it was, she won the game.
Right. You were right. You were definitely right. So it was a good move, but y'all was right.
I didn't want to take her out. I didn't want to take her out. Me and Big D were fighting over, I wanted Kai to get out. He wanted Tiffany to get out. At the 6th, really what it was going to come down to is if a woman won HOH, a guy was going to go out. And it was going to be Kai. And if a guy won HOH, a girl was going to go out. And it was probably going to be Tiff. Because of actions of Kai week 6, and then the actions of Tiffany week 9, those were the 2 people who are probably going to put up. I personally wanted to protect Tiffany at all costs as much as possible, because she was like, I don't want you to see the block. And I was like, I don't want to see you see the block either. When Kai put Tiffany up, that was, in my opinion, very detrimental to his gameplay. Because she actually, maybe she might have been, she was actually riding for him. But I mean, when that happened, it just ended up being a domino effect, and the cards fell as they were, you know. Yeah.
All right. I do have another question.
Sure.
Go ahead, Rachel.
Okay, I was just going to ask, because we're talking about how the cards fell, do you think that after sleeping on it in the moment, if you would have won that final HOH, would you have really brought Xavier, knowing that he might have beat you?
I would have. And I stand by my statement, and this is why. I think some people miscalculated what I said. I didn't feel that Xavier should win over me. I felt Xavier should not be 3rd. And I felt that, I'm a faith-based person. I felt if God has it for me to win this game, then no matter who I'm sitting next to, I'm going to win. But I did not feel right, because I did feel that he had contributed and had sacrificed when needed be, that he should be in 3rd. And for that reason, I felt that if anything, I would take him. Also, on another standpoint too, up until that point, you know, me and Big D have been my ride or die. But I was thinking, I'm like, okay, when I have someone who's sitting next to me in these final chairs, do I want someone who doesn't even believe I deserve to be in these final chairs? And that was another question I had to ask myself. So it was we have a lot of time to think in that house. Once in that final 3 and really thinking about this life-changing amount of money, I wanted to be a decision I would make that I could look back and never regret, or think what could have done better. Yes, the easy route was taking Big D. I had friends in jury, I would have won. But that's an amount of money that I would have for an incredibly long amount of time to think about how I got it. And I would have rather been able to get it knowing that I did everything correct, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
It makes perfect sense. Jason and I had the same feeling when we had to make that decision, that everyone would tell us that we should have taken Amy to the final 3 versus Lisa. Mm-hmm. And we're empathetic to what you're saying, because Jason and I talked and we looked at each other and said, so if we can't win, who do we want to win? Mm-hmm. And we both said we could not have Amy win Big Brother 3.
And we love Amy.
We love Amy. We love her to death.
Amy.
But we made that decision to take Lisa. And at the same time, Amy was winning competitions too. So we thought we had a better chance against Lisa.
She had a streak of luck where she didn't lose.
But honestly,
she came back in on America. She was sipping some margaritas in Mexico, and
kicked her out. And then she came back in hot. I was like, nope.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we get what you're saying and everything. And Rachel, when she had to make that ultimate decision who to take, who's going to sit next to her, it's a very difficult decision to make because you're torn between emotions and then thinking there only could be one winner. And it's a very, especially for a female perspective, we're more emotional, more empathetic sometimes, and we'll make decisions based on feelings and emotions.
Yeah.
And it's hard to disconnect that. And Rachel, like I said, she brought the perfect person for her to win her comp, and it made perfect sense. So kudos to you explaining your decision, because like I said, we understand it and we respect it.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Azah, it was a really fun summer. I can't wait till you get to go back and see it all. And really, congratulations to you and the Six for creating the Cookout.
Absolutely.
It took every single one of you, and you made history, Big Brother history here. And
Thank
we're so
you.
happy to have watched it this summer.
Congrats. We do want to ask that one question though. Remember that one question?
Go for it, Danny, and then we're wrapping it.
If it's Xavier and Kylan in the final two, who do you vote for?
Xavier.
Okay, thank you.
She's X all the way.
I mean, come on, Kyla sent my girl home. Okay, Kyla had one job.
I get it.
To throw a comp.
One job.
I had this beef with Kyla, and Kyla was like, this girl that can't even win comps. But everyone in the house knew I wanted Kyla out. And they was like, this girl can't even win comps, want me out. What this girl doing? Yeah, so I mean, I'm a little biased. I got to say just a little bit.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm petty. Didn't I show you? I'm petty. Yeah.
It's all right. The petty strong, the quite strong. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Great stuff. Azah, again, thank you. Congratulations.
So beautiful.
Now enjoy getting back to your real life.
Thank you. Such a pleasure. Such an honor, guys.
Thank you.
Bye, Danielle. Bye, Jason.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And the pleasure is ours, Azah.